Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí, ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ọmọ Oòduà tó ń dé sójú ìwòran yín o láti iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì Wo TV. Òdu ni wá, àwa kì í ṣàìmọ̀ fólókó. A tún ti dé o sórí ètò bá a ti ṣe máa ń dé. Tó ètò ọ̀hún ló wá balẹ̀ báyìí bí ọ̀wàrà òjò sójúde yín o. Àwa òmìnira bá ń wá pèrè fìdí àbẹ́ bá ń fìdí tí a pèrè mọ́lẹ̀. Kájọ kan lágbá mi ètò tòní nítorí pé ń dá mú afúra wa lórí ètò lónìí ó gbọgbọ́n. Kódà ó gbẹ̀ngbẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ń pè ní ó gbẹ̀ngbẹ́ nítorí pé kàyéfì ọ̀rọ̀ kàbìtì la máa ń pè ní kàyéfì ọ̀rọ̀. Tó ẹ bá ń wá pèrè fìdí àbẹ́ bá ń fìdí tí a pèrè mọ́lẹ̀ ká kọ́ lágbá mi ètò tọ̀hún ká máa bá kíní ọ̀hún bọ̀. Bá a ti ṣe máa ń ṣe tá a máa ń kìbọnú ara wọn lẹ́lẹ́yọ̀ ẹ̀yọ̀ bó bá ti wá ya yín bó bá ti yégun ni o ṣe mọ̀ pé o ti yọrẹ́ àwa tá a wà ń bí náà àbá tẹ̀lé wá bí torí pé bàbá débi iṣẹ́ ṣíṣe náà là á ṣe ó ti wá yá ẹja jọ karabodò torí pé àní karabodò tán ká tún ṣe máa wá parọ́ pò tútù mú wá o ó ti yá bó bá ti yá yín ẹja jọ lọ.
The only disturbing area in this scenario is the threat to me and one of my two daughters. Some of these guys, who I believe are mentally deranged, have dared me. If you like, if you go to court, we shall burn your office. They have also sent messages to one of my daughters that if your father goes to court, we shall kill you. I beg your pardon. In this country. I just laughed and I asked my girl, don't worry, I will take it up. I've already taken that up. Because we must also let these guys know where we are coming from. We fought against some of the most murderous military regimes in Africa. The fact that I'm alive today is Sherlock to the grace of God. You know why?
Why?
In 1992, the late Chief Ganifa Wemi, the late Dr. Bekon Somkuchi and I were detained in Kuje prisons, from where we were charged with treasonable felony by the Babangida military regime. In 1993, the three of us were also detained in Kuje prisons after we had been charged with organizing protests against the annulment of June 12 election. In 1996, Dr. Bekon Somkuchi had been jailed and was serving prison time, life imprisonment in Katsina. Here and Shehu Sani were jailed together. The late Chief Ganifa Amin was detained in Bauchi prison. I was detained in Mawadashi prison in Jigawa State. Femi Aborishade was detained in Gumer prison in Jigawa State. That year alone, we were detained for 10 months. I was arrested there on 14th of February, 1996, only to be released on November 20, 1996. It will interest you that the Buhari Idi Agbon regime, military junta, detained me and left me in prison. Babangida released me, but when he was going, he also left us in prison. Right? He left three of us in prison. The late Chief Ganifa Amin, the late Dr. Bekon Somkuchi and myself. It was the Chonekon contraption, the interim government of Chief Ernest Chonekon that released us. So we've gone through this horrendous experience only to be intimidated now, or only for some rookie radicals. Rookie radicals. to dare me and threaten me not to go to court. Even if I wasn't planning to go to court before. I'm going to call off their bluff and to let them know that we now operate in a country where the rights of everybody must be respected. So, for these reasons, I couldn't have filed a criminal complaint. Because when you file a criminal complaint and you ask people, of course, the criminal libel still operates in Abuja. If I had gone that route, an arrest would have been made. Charges would have been filed. A conviction may be secured. So what would I gain from that? So I'm not going to report anybody for criminal libel.
Let me also get your clarification on this. You stated during the course of your recent interview that you've never had any contact whatsoever with Bobrisky. How about Very Dark Man? Has your chambers ever had anything?
No. Never. I've never spoken to him. I've never met him. I do not know him from Adam. No, and I'm serious about this. My son, before this incident, never told me anything about him. It was after that publication that I called him. What happened? And he said, on May 4 this year, this guy called me from the correctional center. And he asked him, are you calling through the superintendent of prisons? He said no. He said, please, I'm trying to raise 3 million naira so that I can be placed in a special part of the prison, as in the VIP section. Man said, please, stop calling me. And if you are going to call me next time, do it through the proper channel, or if you are going to write a letter, let it be endorsed. I had to ask him, right?
That's right.
I mean, what gave you that idea about that? You were regularly detained in a prison, so I should be familiar with the laws and regulations. So I know under the law, you can't communicate with anybody outside the prison without going through the official, channel. And if you're going to send a letter, it must be endorsed. So I was being careful. And I advised him. I know you appeal to other people, but that was it. And that was the last time my son spoke to him. It had nothing to do with pardon. Right? Because my son knows that we do not charge for pardon. So he couldn't have been discussing or negotiating. And my son has never negotiated our fees with anybody. On the contrary, he sends people here, right, for us to handle their matters pro bono, without taking a dime.
Alright, so this particular post was on every blog. This post where Uncle Femi Falana did an interview where he says some people they threaten, say they go buy in daughter if you carry me go court and they go burn in office. Now when I saw this post, I did not react to it, but yesterday I just thought of, wait, if I don't react to this thing now, it will be as if I did part of the whole thing or I have the knowledge of what is happening. Number one, I would like to say this 100%. I am not aware and I don't have any knowledge of anybody sending Uncle Femi Falana or his family members any threats. Secondly, I will never be party to anybody sending anybody threats in this country. Now, what I would like to say is this. I'm willing to cooperate and work with Uncle Femi to fish out whoever sends that message to him. I'm willing to cooperate. If the person sends it via Instagram, share the Instagram. More share the Instagram. Let's look for the person that sent that. Let the person come and answer why he or she would say something like that to him. Going as far as saying, okay, go buy your own daughter. I beg, I beg. Me, I know they associate myself with anything like that. Now, me, I'm thinking that maybe somebody that wants to use the opportunity to throw fire so that the man will get more angrier. You understand? I feel like somebody is just trying to pour fire. Let him get very, very angry. I don't even want to believe that anybody from my own side will send something like that. That one is simple. Even when everybody say, like, where did they go on here? You understand? And also, I know a lot of you are sentimental, you know, that they support the movement. But please don't support the movement without your brain. If you don't support the movement, support it with your brain. Acknowledge one thing. Uncle Femi Falana, na legend for this game. It's just quite unfortunate say this thing turn like this. Like saying a devil won't just scatter the whole thing. You understand? So that one, made that one still stand there. No matter you like me rich. No matter you say, oh, you like very dark, my oh, they want to, understand number one thing. Uncle Femi, na legend for this P. And he will remain a legend to the end of time for this P. We acknowledge and we respect and there's a stamp on it. We know if we come on that stamp. So I beg, for now one, I just they come. Maybe now one of now just lose guard out of sentiments, go to one. Please, I don't support things like this. Dear Ratted Gang, even though I appreciate your support on a lot of things, do you understand? This one, if now one of now do one, I will not support it. I will not support it. Thank you very much. Peace and love.